While Alma was the church's chief high priest, Mosiah's sons taught the gospel to the Lamanites. Alma was on his way to the land of Manti when he met them returning from their 14-year mission. He was excited to see them and learn of their success sharing the gospel with the Lamanites. He was especially happy to learn they were still his brethren in the Lord. Even though Alma and the sons of Mosiah had seen an angel, they still had to work to gain their testimonies. They grew strong in the gospel with the spirit of prophecy and revelation by diligently studying the scriptures, praying, and fasting. They became mighty missionaries and taught the Lamanites with power and the authority of God. The 4 sons of Mosiah, along with at least 2 others, each went to a different Lamanite city. Ammon went to the land of Ishmael and was tied up and taken to their king Lamoni. Ammon told him that he wanted to live among them, which pleased Lamoni. Ammon said he would be his servant, and the king sent him to watch his flocks. Ammon and the other servants took the flocks to get water, when Lamanite robbers scattered and tried to steal the sheep. The servants with Ammon were afraid because King Lamoni had killed his other servants who had lost animals to these robbers. Ammon was happy because he knew this was his chance to let them see God's power, and they'd want to listen to his teachings. Ammon said that if they gathered the sheep, the king would not kill them. They found the animals and drove them back to the watering place. The robbers returned, and Ammon told the servants to guard the flocks while he fought the robbers. They were not afraid of Ammon and thought they could easily kill him. The power of God was with Ammon, and he killed some of the robbers with stones. The others were angry and tried to kill Ammon with their clubs, but each time a robber lifted his club, Ammon cut off their arm. The robbers were frightened and ran away. The servants took the arms Ammon had cut off to King Lamoni and told him what Ammon had done. The king was astonished at Ammon's great power. He wanted to see him but was afraid because he thought Ammon was the Great Spirit. The Holy Ghost helped Ammon know the king's thoughts, and he explained that he was not the Great Spirit and was only a man. The king offered Ammon anything he wanted if he'd tell him what power he used to defeat the robbers and know his thoughts. Ammon said all he wanted was for King Lamoni to believe his words, and the king said he would. Ammon asked King Lamoni if he believed in God, and the king said he believed in a Great Spirit. Ammon said that the Great Spirit is God, that he created everything in heaven and on the earth, and that he knows people's thoughts. Ammon said people were created in God's image and that he had been called to teach the gospel to Lamoni and his people. Ammon used the scriptures and taught King Lamoni about the creation, the fall of Adam and Eve, and Jesus Christ. King Lamoni believed and prayed to be forgiven of his sins. Then he fell to the earth and was carried to the queen. He lay on his bed for 2 days and nights, and some thought he was dead, but the queen thought he was still alive. A servant suggested that Ammon could heal Lamoni, and she sent for him. He told the queen that the king was still alive and would awaken the next day. King Lamoni arose and prophesied of Jesus Christ, then was overcome with joy and fell again to the earth, along with the queen and all the servants except for one woman named Abish. She was a servant who believed in Jesus Christ because of a remarkable vision her father had. Abish wanted the people to see and believe God's power, and told them to come and see what had happened. When they saw everyone lying on the ground and that Ammon a Nephite was among them, some thought Ammon had brought them great evil. Others thought the king was being punished for killing some of his servants. One person tried to kill Ammon but was struck dead. The people were afraid and fought with each other. When Abish saw this, she was sad and took the queen's hand. The queen stood up and told the people that Christ had saved her from hell. She took the king's hand, and he arose and rebuked the people for fighting, and taught them what Ammon had taught him. Some people believed the king and were converted, and others did not believe and left. We can be like Abish and not be afraid to share the gospel with others. She faithfully lived the gospel for many years, and was prepared to share her testimony when the time was right. Ammon and his missionary companions wanted to become tools in the Lord's hand to teach and bless the Lamanites. The Lord told Ammon and his brothers to go forth among the Lamanites, be patient in long-suffering and afflictions, and be good examples unto them and me. King Lamoni wanted to take Ammon to meet his father, but the Lord told Ammon to go instead to the land of Middoni, where his brother Aaron and others were in prison. King Lamoni knew the king in this land and went with Ammon. On their journey they met King Lamoni's father, who was king over all the land. He asked Lamoni where he was going with a Nephite, and Lamoni told him about Ammon and his brother who was in prison. Lamoni's father grew angry and ordered Lamoni to kill Ammon and not go to Middoni. Lamoni refused and said they were going to free Aaron and his missionary companions. Lamoni's father drew his sword to kill Lamoni, and Ammon stepped forward to protect him. Lamoni's father then tried to kill Ammon, but he defended himself and wounded the arm of Lamoni's father. When Lamoni's father saw that Ammon could kill him, he offered half of his kingdom if Ammon would spare his life. Ammon said that he only wanted Aaron and his companions freed from prison, and that Lamoni could keep his kingdom. Lamoni's father realized that Ammon did not want to hurt him and was amazed at how much he loved his son. He had Ammon's brothers released from prison, and Lamoni kept his kingdom. Aaron was able to teach King Lamoni's father, and many others were converted. One reason King Lamoni's father had a change of heart about Ammon was because Ammon had shown how much he loved his son Lamoni. Ammon had also shown King Lamoni his love by being willing to be his servant. Ammon used God's power to keep the flock safe and was able to teach the king about Jesus Christ. We can also show love to others and teach them of Christ's love for them. Then, when they are ready, we can teach them the gospel. And these are chapters 17 through 22 of Alma in the Book of Mormon, another testament of Jesus Christ. Look for the hidden images throughout this video and send an email to mike@i4cdesign.com for a discount code or Etsy site for puzzles and pages you can color as you watch these videos. And please subscribe to this YouTube channel and share these with anyone you think might enjoy them. And I'll keep making new ones. Thanks again for watching, and find some time this week to ponder.